What is Vlogmas? Well, it's where you vlog your life during the holiday season. For this month, I'm going to be showing you the fun things I do in life and the mundane, and maybe you'll get to know me a little better. For instance, right now I'm cat sitting and in an elevator. I saw a creator do this years back. I was like, oh, what a fun idea. And since this is the year I seem to be just doing random content and away from my OG geeky cooking, I'm like, why not? This is the year. Also, isn't this like a little magical fairy portal in New York City? Like, look at this. And since it is December 1st, that means it's time to start the advent calendar, which my Aunt Sandy gave me. It's a stocking ornament, and it is not a gnome! Next week, I'm doing 2 markets. I'm doing my first market in Industry City, and then the Coney Island pop-up market, and I'm making these cute little macaroon ornaments. So I'm just touching them up right now, or seeing which ones need to be touched up. It looks like the pink ones are good to go for Mod Podge glitter for the filling. Actually, some of these blue ones are okay too, because I feel the glitter will kind of, well, you know what, I'm gonna touch that up. I'm doing this while making some lunch before I go polar bear swimming. Trying to get in the little grooves is kind of tough. But I can do it. I can do hard things, and so can you if you're watching. Out of all the ornaments I'm making for these markets, these are the most time consuming. They're not necessarily hard to make, but the coats of paint it takes to cover the bottle caps is a lot. This year, December 1st is on a Sunday, which means it's Polar Bear Swimming Day. This has kind of become like my church. That's what I do. Every Sunday at 1 o'clock is swim with crazy people like me in the cold, freezing water. And today is the first day I am swimming, well, polar bear swimming in my bikini. I swam in it a lot this summer, but I'm a little scared and terrified to do it. It's a little windy today, but I'm excited. For those of you who do not know, the Coney Island Polar Bear Club is one of the oldest clubs in the United States. Started in 1901. We swim from November to April, and we are the ones that host the New Year's plunge here in Coney Island, where anyone can come and swim with us. We do allow guest swims. You get 1 guest swim per year if you want to try it out and not the chaotic New Year's Day. Normally we have tubs every year. This year we do not, just for insurance reasons, because the club has hit limits. But to become a polar bear, you have to do 13 swims in 1 year with the club. Ooh, I'm in cinematic mode right now. I look so fancy. Today a little over 10 minutes. This one is making it rough today. Ah! I got my hot toddies from Paul's daughters, and I'm headed home. Perfect drink to warm up. On the second day of Vlogmas, my advent calendar gave to me an actual gnome. Playing an accordion. Or is it Santa? I think it's Santa, not a gnome. Despite being furloughed last week until this upcoming Wednesday, I've had a rather busy day so far. This morning started with a meeting with my friend Joni to discuss our upcoming gig we have with the American Irish Historical Society, which is right across from the Met Museum. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know I sung with them in September this past year. So it's really fun. We just solidified our program of Christmas music. So I'm here at the piano, about to start learning said Christmas music because this gig is in 14 days. The first piece I'm going to look at is Panis Angelicus. Panus? I think, no, Panis? I'm going to have to check my Latin. It's been a while since I sang in Latin. This piece was requested by the venue. I've heard it before, you know, Andrew Bocelli sings it a lot, but I've never sung it, so this is a whole new world. It's Panis. I just listened to Andrew Bocelli sing it. It's Panis. I should have known that. Normally, I like to take more time learning stuff, but since I have 5 pieces and I only have 14 days, I'm going to kind of speed learn things. I'm going to try and keep my basic way I learn music the same. But right now, like, for instance, how I'm going to practice is I'm going to play it, buzz it, sing it on a vowel, speak the words in rhythm, then try and add it all together. Normally, if I'm slowly learning something, all I would do today is just rhythm, buzzing, maybe singing it on all, and that's it. But since I'm under a time crunch, I'm doing it all. If you want to see more of my process of me learning music, I tend to document it on TikTok, and there's quite a few videos there you can check out. I'm actually really surprised by this piece. It was only 3 pages long, so it wasn't too long to learn it. It feels really good in my voice, which is honestly very surprising. I felt like it would be like trying to get into a dress that's one size too small, but it feels nice. I am pleasantly surprised. This is 6 days without having an oven. So today we have ordered Chinese food. Day 2 of furlough. Day 3 of Vlogmas. Today's been a little more slower going. I've kind of let myself relax a little more compared to yesterday. Kind of started the day off slow. And now I'm just getting to my first practice of the day where I'm going to learn the Holly and the Ivy, the Benjamin Britten version. For some reason, it took me a while to say his name, which I'm going to be singing for this Christmas concert. I'm going to see if I can't learn this whole piece in the session. It is a little longer than the Panis Angelicus, so we'll see how it goes. I learned the whole piece. I mean, it's pretty easy. It's just a strophic song, and Britten didn't really change the melody except for the end. See right here, he just kind of added a little frilly ending, like to do poor sinners good, to do poor sinners good. Any Britten piece, there's always going to be some complication, and I can tell from listening to it this morning, because I listened to all the pieces this morning because I really need to get these in my head, so I do plan to listen to it every day until the concert. The piano is a little tricky, so putting the two together is going to be the tricky part, but I'm going to highlight the dynamics to make it a little more interesting singing wise for the audience. I'm going to do dynamics, which is really exciting because I used to not be able to sing dynamics very well because of the size of my voice and because of my technique. And my technique has gotten so good, I can do it now, and I'm so proud of myself. Interesting, because the first 2 pages, the first 2 verses, he just has the only dynamic marking is mezzo forte. And that's for piano. It's not even mentioned in the voice. But then once you get to the 3rd verse, you start seeing more dynamics and crescendos and decrescendos in the piano and the voice. So, I don't know, just little things. We're gonna go out for a little walk, get some eggnog, and then come back and decorate him. Here's the day 3 ornament from the advent calendar. Here is the decorated Christmas tree. I'm doing my night reading and I came across a really good quote from this book I want to share. As a young man, I used to think that bravery was the absence of fear. No, I'd learned since then that the absence of fear was only stupidity. On the 4th day of Vlogmas, I actually wore makeup and my apartment has a leak. Hopefully get fixed today. So I just got out of a meeting with my employer and I am furloughed for the month. Yeah, this is my sitcom holiday season. Everything that could possibly go wrong is going wrong. We had a leak last night. Our oven still isn't working. I had to freeze my turkey the other day. My oven wasn't working. I wasn't able to cook a turkey on Thanksgiving. So it's a lot, but the horrors persist, and so do I. The advent calendar gave me a Santa hat. First article with classical singer was published today, and here it is. Boop, 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 boop. Creating accessible opera experience, an interview with Oprah. Here it is. I wrote this. Ah! I just finished my book, the 2nd book in the Crowns of Naxia series. I give this book a 5 out of 5 rating. The first book I really, really loved. And this book kind of went in a direction I wasn't anticipating. Honestly, I kind of didn't want their love story to end together. Not that I didn't want them to be together. I just think a tragic ending for them would have been more fitting for me personally. I do want to read the next book. The next book follows a different character in the story who honestly I don't think needs her own book. It's going to be a while before I read the next book, but I liked it enough that I'll read the next book eventually, but I don't feel like I need to rush to the store right now and get the book. It just wasn't as good as the first, which is kind of sad. I really enjoyed the goddess stuff in here. And honestly, I think instead of writing a book for Misha, they should have done her father and her mother's story. I would rush to go get that book. That is a more interesting story to me. I mean, I'm sure Misha's story would be great. I like her as a character, but I don't feel like she needed her own book. And I wonder if she's going to get a duet too, a 2-book thing. I don't know. It'll be interesting. If you've read this series, let me know what you think. If you've read the 3rd book and you think I should just run out and get it, let me know. Because there's been my Troll series, which I think I've only reviewed that on Patreon. I'm not sure. If not, look it up in my playlist or go join me on Patreon. That had a duet of one story and then went to another story, which the duet, I also like the second book. I was like, oh, I don't like it as much. But I liked that one a lot better than I liked this one. But the third book with the different character, I ended up loving, even though I was mad because I wanted another character story who she does plan on writing. Anyway, I digress. Now I have to pick my next read. I'm really torn. I think I may go to this one because I love this series so much. But it's also Christmas time and I have like 2 Christmas books, so like tough choice. Also, an update on the leak. It was not fixed today. It is a very big problem, honestly, structurally with the apartment. And supposedly he's coming to fix it tomorrow at 4 p.m. But he's doing the upstairs first because it's a connected problem. So I don't know. And he was saying we might lose our wall. The sitcom continues. And it's freezing right now because we can't turn on the heat or else the leak will start again. I wore makeup again because I was supposed to have a lesson. Talking with my teacher, I don't really have anything big coming up. The Christmas gigs are going to be fine. My technique's in a good place, so I'm going to wait till January to have lessons. Also, as of last night, I have 2 more Christmas gigs that are going to be in Industry City, where I'm going to be tomorrow. Since I was further, I went ahead and contacted the market I'm doing Saturday because they did offer me a free day on Friday, and I asked if that was still a thing, and they were like, yes, hopefully, you know, I can do that. So before my lesson day, I started organizing stuff. I am upping my prices a bit for Industry City since the vendor fee for Saturday was pretty high. I should get practicing because just because I do not have a lesson doesn't mean I shouldn't practice. I'm going to work on the last of the 5 songs I'm singing for the Irish gig. Today, I'm going to start Jesus Bambino. Hooray. I've never sung before. So work a little bit on this new aria I'm learning that I don't really feel comfortable sharing about yet because I'm not sure about it. I normally practice twice a day, but the repairman has come and currently he's upstairs working on the issue. I think today may be an only 1 practice time today. We'll see. I know I've only really ever shown you in this vlog like 1 of my practice sessions, but most of the time I always do 2 a day in little increments versus like 1 big practice session. So today may just be 1 big practice session. I'm just rambling. I really do not like how Jesus Bambino sounds in my voice. Or doesn't sound, that's the wrong word, feels in my voice. I don't like how it feels in my voice. I did listen to a recording. It's not as bad as I think it is. I record myself singing it. It doesn't feel good. It feels like I'm trying to fit into a dress that's 1 size too small. I'm gonna give it 1 more day, try it again tomorrow because I'm wondering if like the construction upstairs is just kind of throwing off my vibe. And then I'll see, I see Joni tonight actually because I'm going to a writers group, which is very exciting. I was invited to audit. I'm very excited to go. My first time ever doing something like that. So new adventure. So I'll talk to her about it tonight. And this isn't one of the pieces that was requested by the venue, so I think I could probably switch it out for something else. Act for tomorrow's market. Hooray! A little 2-foot tree for the market tomorrow to hang all my ornaments on display to sell. It was super cold outside, but I did it anyway, and I got the laundry on top of it. So now I have a little downtime before I head into the city to audit the writers group. I'm like excited and nervous at the same time. I'm gonna bring my tarot poetry that I worked on in April, and I've been working on last month too. I don't think since I'm auditing they'll let me read anything, work on anything, but I'm gonna bring it just to be safe. Proud of myself. I got cash for the market tomorrow. The steam is from my tea, FYI. On the 6th day of Vlogmas, I spent all day in Industry City. Sales weren't that great today, but the vibe was nice. I made some good connections, so that's always good. In case you're wondering, this is the best mac and cheese in New York City that I've had so far. Forgot to do the Ampet calendar yesterday, so I opened 2 today. Philip keeps saying these are gnomes, but I'm pretty sure they're Santa Clauses. Or they're gnomes trying to be passed off as Santa Claus. I don't know, but that does not look like a gnome to me. It looks like a Santa. Right, Knuckles? What do you think? I just finished my 3rd market. I think this is the first time I've done 3 markets in a row. By the way, it's the 8th day of Vlogmas. Today was the Coney Island pop-up market at Coney Island, USA. And it went really well. I just love the Coney Island market community. They're lovely. I started opening up my advent calendar because I'm a day behind, and day 7 had nothing in it. Let's see if day 8 has stuff in it. There's actually a gnome! I was rewarded for nothing with a gnome. Also, yesterday at the Industry City Market, I bought a Christmas present for myself. It's so cute. I can't handle it. He was staring at me across the way, and he had to come home with me. He just had to. This is why I can never learn to crochet. I would have so many plushies. So many. I was wearing a Santa hat all day and I definitely have hat hair. Just another random thought. On the 9th day of Vlogmas, employment wouldn't let me file a claim because there was an error. So I guess I will try again tomorrow. But so far my morning has been pretty productive. I've been working on the Irish Christmas concert. We had to cut some stuff because our program was a little too long. And I got an interview for this Wednesday, so that's very exciting. And just, you know, doing my normal email stuff. And I really need to clean. It's so messy because our landlord still has not fixed. So the leak is fixed. If I haven't said that yet, it is fixed. But our wall is not fixed. And I get it, the landlord wants to wait just to make sure the leak won't reappear. But because of that, our house is like in shambles. Because it's like, we're not going to put it all back just to have to move it to fix the wall again. So my house just feels very chaotic right now. On the 10th day of Vlogmas, I actually put on makeup again, and I'm gonna drink some water. So today, the reason I actually put on like nice clothes and makeup is we're going to go see a lawyer to sign Philip's will today. My filter needs to be refilled, or changed, not refilled, changed. And I was able to file for my unemployment claim today, so woo, the website was working. Also check out these adorable earrings I got at the Coney Island pop-up market on Sunday. My friend Mia is super talented. Everyone should go check her out and buy all her earrings. They are amazing. Before we go to the lawyer today, I'm gonna work a little bit on the Bubbles and Buoy coloring book story and hopefully get some practice in. Philip's still sleeping right now, which is fair. He didn't have the best night. Toku has decided to help me with the writing of Bubbles and Buoy's coloring book. She has become so needy. We kind of joke that she's reverting back to a kitten. She's Benjamin buttoning. Yes, you are. You're just a sweet baby. The only thing is she digs her claws in so deep. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Ow. Like her claws really hurt so much. I almost need like a blanket like you have for babies for their barf just to protect me from her claws. Oh, let's not ruin my work. I should probably save it. Good point, Toko. Kind of hit a standstill anyway right now. I'm not sure where the story should go next.